Atlanta, don't call Loyola Chicago's 78-62 win against Kansas State improbable. It isn't a miracle that the Ramblers are the No. 11 seed to make the Final Four since VCU made it in 2011. It was supposed to happen because the Ramblers are exactly where they were supposed to be. The Ramblers aren't 32-5 because of a fluke, they are headed to San Antonio because they're prepared. More, 4 upsets, 4 different heroes make one amazing Loyola Chicago Final Four run. They've held 3 NCAA tournament opponents in the NCAA to 62 points or less. Saturday, they limited the Wildcats to 35% shooting. It was as much about confidence as it was athletic ability. The first thing we talk about when we talk about any team or scouting any team is how we're going to stop them, guard Clayton Custer said. We talk about defense. Coach makes sure that we're locked in on the defensive end. Our coaching staff works harder than anybody I've ever seen to know every single tendency of every single player, and we have a specific way of how we want to guard things. It starts with charts and sayings. The team has diagrams of each opponent's offensive set and the matching calls. Let's say a team is going to run a flare off a screen action. Rambler guards can see it coming and know how to set the defense. Yeah, people talk about our spacing and the way we move the ball and how unselfish we are, which I think that's expected because we do a good job of that, Custer said, but I think maybe, yeah, our defense is definitely the key to us winning these games. On top of the play diagrams, on the large poster boards are breakdowns of every player on the opposing team. It's very detailed. It has the player's scoring average, where he likes the ball, how he likes to defend and his weakness. There isn't a coaching staff in the country that works harder than ours, senior guard Dante Ingram said. When we see certain hand signs or hear calls, we know what the other team is going to do. It makes us so much better. We know exactly where to be. All we have to do is be where we're supposed to be and it makes the game easy. March Madness 2018, lowest seeds to reach Final Four. Moser learned the practice during his time as an assistant at St. Louis under the late Rick Majerus from 2007 to 11. The posters are up during film sessions. They can be seen in the locker room and even in the dining room. I hope they're always checking it and remembering the plays, Moser said. Sometimes you show the get better tapes and guys are like, alright, coach, you're tripping, and these guys have embraced getting better. They've embraced the process of what to do. And you can just see how locked in they are. They have a ton of fun with each other. You can see, they have a ton of fun with each other. They're enjoying this ride more than you guys, it's just, but when it's time to lock in, they are locked in. It's because they want to win. Moser's sayings are also reminders. Put it the bank means enjoy the win but don't celebrate too much. Creating gaps means putting together a string of 3 straight possessions during which the Ramblers scoring and their opposition doesn't. The Ramblers created 8 gaps, according to their post-game charts in Saturday's win. You achieve what you emphasize, Moser said. We've been focusing in on it all year. All off-season they bought in that's what wins, and then they bought in that it creates offense. And they know we've got weapons and they know the way we do things offensively. You can run. I always crack up when people say we play slow. We try to grind you out on defense, but we're trying to push. I'm trying to tell them to push it. I read an article last week that said, we slow it down. I said, I'm not trying to slow it down, we just got shortened possessions because I think we do a good job of grinding people out on D. More. Loyola Chicago's Final Four trip fires up Twitter after the game. Assistant coach Drew Valentine gave some insight on how detailed the scouting is. We have friends all over the country and they help us with information on these teams. We ask for as much intel as we can get. We want our guys equipped with as much information as possible. Now, the Ramblers are headed to the Final Four. When asked if people will still take his calls now that team has exceeded expectations, I sure hope so, Valentine said with a smile.